Welcome back to Movie Idol. So it looks like I'm definitely going to be covering Fear the Walking Dead this year. For those that don't remember, I stopped reviewing Fear the Walking Dead. I believe it was after episode 10 or 11 of season 4. I said I wasn't going to be reviewing the show because it just really wasn't going anywhere. I didn't see where the potential was. Most of the cast was gone. It was like a Morgan spin-off show, and I just really didn't know what the show was going to do. And while I do think season 4 struggled a lot, I do think season 5 could benefit from sort of ignoring what they did in season 4 and going forward and doing something different with their characters and just having our group or having this group together and actually doing things. And if you watch the season 5 trailer, that is exactly what we see. I'm not saying season 5 is going to be very, very good. It could still have a ton of issues, but from what I saw in this trailer, it looks really, really good. Combined with all the Rick Grimes movie Easter eggs, the Dwight stuff, and with Morgan, I do gotta talk about this. First of all, I do want to say, and I have to note this, they toned down the gray tone a lot. It is definitely still there, but it's not so jarring. It's actually very watchable now. Like the colors just kind of bleed through a bit more. It actually looks a lot better. It actually looks kind of beautiful. Like even though that gray tone is still there, it's like they knew how to handle it this time, because whenever there's like day shots, whenever there's fire, there's shots like that, it just looks a lot better. The smoke in the air, everything looks much better. So I'm really, really excited about that. I don't know if it's just going to be for this trailer. I don't know what they're going to do in the future, but if it's not just this trailer and this is what season 5 looks like, then honestly, I'm really excited for it. Now, we knew from the season 5 synopsis that their mission was to help people. That's literally going to be their mission in season 5 is, instead of going back to Alexandria like Morgan wanted to at the end of season 4, they want to help people out now, and that's sort of their life goal. It might be hard because some people might not want the help, but that's what we're going to do. For most of this trailer, we're really just getting shots of them doing just a bunch of other things, and it seems like they're fine. They're helping other people out. They're living fine. They're not really struggling too much. Obviously, they're going to come across walkers, and that's going to be hard to deal with, but it seems like they come across some community that is causing them just a lot of pain. Well, maybe not pain, but some sort of suffering. Like there's something happens with some community. Maybe they help out other communities and whatever, but there's apparently one community that doesn't want any help. And I don't know if it's tied to Dwight. I don't know if it's tied to Daniel Salazar. I don't know who this is tied to. One character that wasn't in this trailer that was confirmed to be back was Troy. And maybe it's because he's in the second half of season 5. I don't know, but he's not in this trailer at all. This trailer likely features a bunch of scenes from the first half of the season, probably the first 5 or 6, I'm guessing maybe even 7. They're able to at least show a little bit more because it's not like The Walking Dead where Rick's final episode was episode 5. They did show that shot of Gabriel with that gray goatee, which is obviously the current Gabriel and not the Gabriel from before the time jump, but they couldn't show a bunch of stuff obviously from the Whisperer stuff. I think they showed stuff from episodes 1 to 6 from what I remember, because we got that Whisperer scene with Eugene and Rosita. Anyways, in this trailer we pick up with them. I'm not sure if there's been some sort of time jump. This shot here of this airplane crashing down over these kids, that I'm really curious about. What is that related to? Now we have this shot of a bunch of fire all over the ground, and it looks like parts of it is, I guess it's part of the plane. These kids are wondering like where was this from? Now, I don't know if Morgan and them were in this airplane, because if they were, I'm hoping they survived, because otherwise that's really bad. But where did this plane come from? Some kid or something in the trailer mentions, you have no idea where you landed, do you? And you see this shot here of the plane going over. So I'm wondering, does Morgan and them, do they fly somewhere, crash on the ground? Are they away from Texas? Is this maybe unrelated? Like maybe just a plane randomly crashes and they're trying to discover where this plane comes from. And that's how it's connected to the Rick Grimes movies. Because remember, season 5 in this first half will be connected to the Rick Grimes movies. It's going to be connected to how he leaves or to where he is. Gimple teased a bunch of stuff today. I think it's at WonderCon. He teased a major crossover announcement coming next week, or I guess this week technically. I'm wondering what that's going to be. I think it's going to be the Fear characters on The Walking Dead. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because who else would cross over onto Fear the Walking Dead? What other character is there? And it's supposed to be a major announcement. So what other character is there that's away from The Walking Dead right now that could be on Fear the Walking Dead? Especially with where The Walking Dead is right now. They're so far in time. Maybe they do something in that time jump. Maybe Maggie's a part of Fear the Walking Dead in some way. Maybe one of our characters like Daryl or Carol or something went over there. But still, again, that makes no sense because wouldn't they have brought Morgan back? Wouldn't there be some sort of mention of Morgan right now? They could do something. Like The Walking Dead did jump 6 years, but still, I find it a little odd. I don't think it's going to be that. I think if anything, it's going to be the other way around this time. And this major announcement could be that Fear the Walking Dead will be crossing over onto The Walking Dead, which means that Fear Season 5 could be the final season of Fear because they're going to transition all these characters to The Walking Dead, and we're just going to have that main show with 2020 and a completely brand new show because there is this third spin-off idea out there. They might just do another spin-off and focus on different characters and just have Fear sort of merge into The Walking Dead, which I originally was sort of against, but I don't think it would be that bad of an idea to have characters like Strand, Alicia, Morgan, and Dwight on The Walking Dead, especially right now since we're losing Michonne in season 10, especially since a lot of the cast has gone, to have more just recognizable faces around. I don't think it would be really necessarily a bad idea. It depends on who goes and how they handle it, but I trust Angela Kang and what she can do with it, and I think it would just be really cool to have Morgan and Dwight around again. That's what I'm mostly excited for, so I hope it plays out that way. I'm not sure what this announcement's going to be. It might not be this, but it's supposed to be some major crossover event. I just don't see it being The Walking Dead to Fear this time. I don't know. I see it being the other way. Also, we got Daniel Salazar. He's back, and there's this little hilarious scene here with Strand. I don't know what he's been up to. It looks like he's a part of some sort of community, some military community maybe. Is this connected to where Rick will eventually go? Remember, I'm not sure where season 5 is placed, like timeline wise, if there's any mention to where Rick is. It's possible that it's only going to be a reference in terms of where Rick will eventually go. So we're going to see certain things like maybe Morgan is trapped in this community or there's something like that, but we know Rick will eventually get there. Like it's going to be something like that, I think. Also, there's a bunch of kids here, which just gave me the Walking Dead final season, like Telltale's The Walking Dead final season vibes. That would be crazy if Clementine popped up, but I mean, obviously we know they're not going to do that. So we have this shot of some character here, and this just looks like crazy, just militaristic, high government shit, which I'm guessing that's the kind of vibe they want, right? Like this guy, whoever this is, looks like he or she could be from the CDC. Now, I'm thinking that this is probably Morgan, right? I think this is Morgan, just because there's a shot after with him with his shirt off, which could be related, or maybe it's unrelated. Maybe Morgan's just taking a bath or something, or shower, right? But they did tease today at WonderCon that there's going to be nuclear walkers. I'm not sure what they're getting at with that, but there's this shot here of this creepy ass walker, and it looks like a clicker from The Last of Us in a way, anyways. And apparently, they're going to serve as a different threat. It's not going to be like very much bite related. Apparently they serve as a threat in a different way. So I don't know if it's going to be through radiation. I don't know if they're going to explode, if they're going to be so toxic that like acid sort of shoots out at you. I mean, that's not really unbelievable. They could definitely do that. Whatever's going on here is super weird because I mean, we know, I think it's almost confirmed at this point that it's connected to the Rick Grimes movies and wherever they're at. And you just got to think of where Rick went. He left in a helicopter. So whatever community this is, has the supplies or the ability to be able to have a helicopter fly around whenever they want. And also, if you remember back in season 8 with Jadis, her room at the scavenger base was just really clean. It was just like really crazy. I don't even know. It was just really crazy shit. Like that was some sci-fi shit right there. So whatever community this is from, they have some sort of power. They're definitely a lot bigger than we were expecting. And so now I'm really wondering if that's where all of this Fear Season 5 stuff is going to come into play, if the nuclear walkers are connected, if all this plane stuff is connected to wherever they land. Again, Charlie finds this plane, so this could be happening in a Season 5 premiere or an episode 2 or something like that. There's this hangar and there's like a plane and there's all this crazy shit. Like, what is this right here, first of all? They're lifting up something. At first I thought it was a helicopter, but no, it's not a helicopter. There's just a lot of weird stuff happening. A lot of stuff that we've been, us Walking Dead fans have just been talking about for quite a long time now. Stuff that we wanted to get to with the Commonwealth arc. Like we thought the Commonwealth arc was going to be some crazy high like government thing, which ended up not really actually being the case, but it seems like they might actually be getting to a little bit of that. Again, I don't know where Rick is. For some reason he hasn't returned in the last 6 years. There's something bigger going on over there that is causing Rick to not come back. So I don't know. This is just very, very exciting. Like watching this trailer, I just haven't been a fan of Fear Season 5, and just watching this trailer, I'm actually excited for it. I'm actually excited to see what they're going to do. Yes, it is kind of because it's connected to Rick Grimes. If it wasn't connected to this, if it wasn't connected to Dwight in the greater story of The Walking Dead, I don't know if I would be as excited, which I guess is sort of I guess it's kind of bad on Fear's part, right? Because I'm not really excited for any of the other elements. Yes, Daniel Salazar is nice to have back, but if it was just that and just his return, I really wouldn't be that excited for it. I think it's because it's connected to Rick, it's connected to the overall Walking Dead universe, and I mean, I guess that's kind of the point of the show. It's weird, but when you think of when the show started, it was all about the Clark family, but now it's become literally a Walking Dead spinoff. I don't even know why people were calling it a Walking Dead spinoff before, because it wasn't a spinoff of this show. Like, usually when you have a spinoff, it's when one character leaves the main show and starts like a different, now it's actually a spinoff because it's focusing on Morgan, and this is Morgan's show. If you watch this trailer, that's what it tells you. Like, Morgan is the lead of the show now, which, I mean, I had a lot of issues with at first, and I do want Morgan to come back, but if the Fear characters end up going to The Walking Dead for season 10, I'm actually kind of interested in what they're going to do with that. I'll say that. There's some stuff that I heard that I think will relate with that, but we'll talk about that tonight in my review for the finale. We'll talk about some stuff that I think is going to be revealed tonight, but anyways, post your thoughts down below. What did you think of the season 5 trailer? Are you guys excited for it? Will you actually give Fear season 5 a chance? Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.